I'm going to call the meeting in order. I'm going to just read off some of the names of the committee members. Joe DeLucia, Mark Betancourt, Greg Carabine, Brown, Greg Balassi, Christine. Christine, you know, you can put your name on there. You can change your, you can rename your thing. You should do that. Peter Gauthier, let's see, Bill Hull, Stacy Gould, Jerry Martin, our secretaries here. And if I am missing anyone else, so there's Heather. Heather Romanski's coming in. And that's what we have so far as meeting, as voting members of the committee. We also have several of the other members. And Bob Castronova's here, our purchasing agent. So hopefully we'll be able to deal with whatever issues we get. All right. So let me get this back. So I'm just trying to bring up my agenda. Okay. So we do have a quorum. So we need a motion for the approval of the minutes of the November 17th meeting. If all the members want to, the voting members want to unmute yourself, you can. We'll see how that goes. If we get too much feedback or we have problems, we'll, we'll go to muting everybody.
Mark, Bill Hull, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Thank you, Bill. The second?
I'll second it, Stacy Gould.
Thank you, Stacy. And so I'll ask for any additions, corrections, or deletions from the minutes that anybody might be aware of.
Just one on page 4. This is Peter Gauthier. In the middle of the page, it said Christine DeStasio noted that the access road would need to be closely inspected as any turning on Boswell Avenue in the vicinity of Hickory Street. I just think she meant Boswell Avenue because we were talking about Hickory Street and Boswell Avenue in 2 different parts.
That true, Stacy?
No, that would have been, I think it was Christine. Mark, not me.
I was asking about the entrance off of Boswell, correct?
All right. Catherine, if we can make that correction. That was Christine DeStasio. And I'll just remind everybody, I think, like Bill did when he made the motion, if, just state your name because not everybody, can see who's talking. So just state your name when you have the floor. Unless, obviously, I call on you or whatever. So, and that's obvious. All right. Any other additions, corrections, or deletions to the minutes of November 17th? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye or raising your hand.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Hearing none, motion passed for approval is passed and is so ordered. Is there any public comment? Those of you on the phone can hit *9 to raise your hand and, whoops, hang on, I got Kristen's coming in. A couple more people. All right, Kristen is here. Catherine, so. Hi, Kristen. We just did the minutes approval, so you didn't miss much. I don't see anyone with a virtual hand raised at this point. If somebody else coming in. All right, good. All right, then being no public comment, we'll move on to the agenda item, which is discussion, potential action, professional services needed to be retained, creation of an RFP or RFQ. In this case, we're going to be talking about an RFQ, I believe. Bob, if you could unmute and just give, I know you already are, I guess, and just give everyone the highlights, basically what we talked about last week about, what's happened since the last meeting in the creation of the document.
Sure. So I had started to put a draft together. I had a pretty long phone call, Zoom meeting with the state of Connecticut, that the organization oversees school construction, and spoke with them about, where we were in the process, which obviously is very early. Spoke with them about what, we were thinking about doing, asked for their advice and opinion. They told me that, yes, we should go out for an architect, that any architect that is experienced and is qualified to do this type of work would either have people who could do like school enrollment studies, things like that on staff, or would have relationships with those types of firms to do that. They told me to put down as many, a lot of the things that we would want to have done. Of course, again, their comment was, their advice is, you don't have to go out for you don't have to contract them to do everything. It's more like a list of things you want done. You can ask them to do items, 1 and 2, and then, work from there. They also did state, I told them that I thought, and this is, tell me if I'm wrong, this is based on my listening into, obviously, these meetings. I told them that we had $60,000 earmarked for this year to get the process started. They thought that that would be enough to get started. So anyways, based on their recommendations and their comments, their advice, I put this draft of this RFQ together and sent it to Mark and Greg. And I think, Greg, did you send it out to everyone? I'm not sure, but.
I did.
Okay. And so, I don't know who's had a chance to look at it, who had a chance not to look at it, but I also sent it to them, to the state of Connecticut people that I talked to, for them to review. Another one of their comments was that they would be there. They would basically, they said, not basically, they said they would hold our hand through the whole process. They would make sure that, we were doing what we needed to do in the order we needed to do it, doing the right things. They told me anytime, we had any kind of issues, problems, we wanted advice, we wanted opinions, we wanted, which way to go, to please contact them. So they were quite amenable to, to us, to me, contacting them and guiding us through the process. So this is based on that conversation that I had with them. I also talked with Greg for a while as well. This is what I put together. So, this is, as far as I'm concerned, this is the committee's document. I mean, I'm the purchasing agent. I'll make sure that, what needs to be in there is in there, but, I don't know how you guys want to proceed as far as reviewing this and commenting on this, and, if there's any changes, things you want to see or don't want to see, whatever, but, I'm willing to, obviously, I'm working for you guys. I'm putting this together on behalf of the school building committee, as my job as the purchasing agent for the city. So that's where we are.
Okay,
Mark, this is Kristen. I have a quick comment when you have a moment.
go, why don't you go ahead?
So I haven't had time. I don't know if it was sent yesterday or the day before, but.
Last week.
Oh, was it? To me? Okay, then I
think I
apologize.
sent it out to the committee when we did, it was Thursday or Friday anyway, whatever. It wasn't
So-
that long ago.
Upon a cursory review, I'm not sure what document the number of schools and I don't know what to call it, but if you keep going down and scroll, I
There was one
highlighted
thing, we
stuff
don't
right
do-
there. Yep. If
Do
you
we
could
have a 6th grade academy?
Well, that's not correct. The whole
Right.
current conditions part
Right.
needs to be updated by a
That's what I
little,
thought.
about a decade.
Yeah, right. I thought some of
So,
that stuff.
I can help with that.
Yep, all right,
There are
good.
also, lingo like strategic planning. So we have a strategic plan. I think it should be throughout, like strategic facilities planning or facilities planning rather than strategic planning. You might get a strategic planner. So for example, I'm trained in strategic planning. So if you, I can't scroll to it, but we may have to control F and find the word strategic and then kind of flesh out specifically what you're looking for. You're looking for a facilities planner, I'm imagining. But I'm offline, I can help whoever wants me to, or just maybe mark up a copy and send it in to you, however you'd like to.
I think that'd be
proceed.
good. I prefer, marked up versions, it makes it just easier to incorporate them into the document.
All right,
I don't know,
I'll
Bob,
highlight.
I don't know, Bob, if you do much of that in collaboration with anyone, but
I'll do a track, it's a Microsoft
Track
Word
changes,
document, so
yeah,
I can do
right.
track
track
changes.
changes.
And
Yeah,
then you
that's
can
what I
get
do.
rid of anything you don't like that I've added.
That sounds good to me. Bob, are you amenable with that?
Fine with that. I mean, again, I took what was put together a few years ago, the last time you guys, so yes, I'm sure, I'm not, I'm new to the city as far as an employee, so I certainly don't know all the schools or, what's still, so that's.
Not a problem, Bob. You don't have to be
That's what I'm saying.
defensive or
That's what I'm
anything.
saying. That's, so please.
That's why we're doing
Sorry
this.
about hurting my feelings. Just mark up. I'm putting this together for you guys. This
Right.
is the committee's document. So please mark it up. We can Microsoft. The tracking the changes is fine with me. That way we can see what changes and who made them. And but again, what I want is consensus from the committee. And I don't know, what I'm saying. So that's, I don't know how you guys want to do that. I don't know how,
I will, it was suggested, Greg Carabine mentioned this, and I know you did, Bob, basically that, maybe we should be looking at, having a little subcommittee, work and trying to put the document together. I think somebody from the school system would be good. We would need somebody like that in order to, deal with some of the issues that Dr. Stringfellow just brought up. And then, Greg, I think you were volunteering, Greg Carabine, were you? Yeah. And then I don't know if anyone else is involved. I do not have to be involved. I can be. Certainly, I'd probably set up a meeting or whatever like that and whatever. But certainly, I want to encourage the, group participation. I'm not the be all end all here. So let's. Is there anyone else that's interested in participating in that? If you can raise your hand or in coming up with a finished document, Peter, Greg. I'll assist, I guess, and Kristen. Now, I don't know, Kristen, would you want to do like an evening thing or something? Or I don't know what, I think Greg's got availability during the day. I don't know about Peter. I know I do sometimes.
I'm available about 100% of the time. This is Peter.
I'm flexible, certainly, but my calendar is pretty full, so I'll work around
Yeah.
anything I possibly can.
I'm thinking, that's why I was asking. All right, so that's a base group of 4 people. If there's anyone else that wants to be involved, Joe DeLucia.
No, I actually had a comment.
All right, go ahead.
So if we're going to create this this subcommittee, I think we should formally do that as part of this meeting.
Yep.
And then which I think is where you're headed, which is I
Right.
think is great. Definitely that the first thing that needs to happen is that we have Dr. Stringfellow and Athena and Heather Romansky's input on the first pass to make sure that the facilities plan aligns with the overall strategic plan that they have developed for the district.
That's why I
And-
wanted them there, yeah.
Yeah, and then the entire subcommittee can work with Bob to lay out the entire RFQ so that we get the work product that we're looking for.
All right. So what I was going to propose is that we get a marked up version from Dr. Stringfellow and whoever wants to help her work on it, who she instructs to do so. And then from there, we'll set up a meeting and with the subgroup and get to work on what we got here.
And this is Kristen again. I recognize the fact that I'm a staff member and not a voting member, so I don't need to be on the subcommittee. I don't
Well,
want to
no, you see,
hold anybody up.
yeah, yeah, okay.
You know what
But
I
the
mean?
main issue, once you give us the marked up document, that's fine. That could probably be your involvement. That's fine.
And
but,
then they can always check in with us,
Yeah.
you know, but I wouldn't want to take up all of
It's
your
your
time.
school system, superintendent. I'm not, I'm very cognizant of that, and I'm sensitive to that, and I don't want to, I can barely deal with my own kids, and they're adults now, so I don't know. So I just want to recognize that, certainly. So I'm sensitive to. I want to make sure that the people that work in the system are as involved as they possibly can be, or at least have the opportunity to be involved as they possibly can be. So as we go on. So when I'm hoping there's more interest as we go along. Now, this is going to be a long process. So before we're all said and done here. So just so we understand that. Okay, so what I'll be looking for is a motion to set up a subcommittee consisting of myself, Greg Carabine, and Peter Gauthier, and Kristen Stringfellow, where Dr. Stringfellow wouldn't necessarily have to participate after we get the markup, but that's totally up to you. But forming that subcommittee in order to finish the work on the RFP. Now, if by some reason we get it done before the next scheduled meeting and early enough, and there's an opportunity there, not saying there will be, because we got the holidays and everything else. But in case there is, I wouldn't be against calling a brief special meeting in order to pass an RFP. But as soon as we get a work product put together, I think what it is, I'll just send that out, and if anyone else has any markups or anything like that, you can send it back to us too, and we'll do it that way, I think.
Hey, Mark, this is Greg. Does everyone agree with the tasks we're asking to do in the order that they're listed?
So my understanding, from what I've been saying, my understanding is that we are going to get a marked up document from the superintendent dealing with the issues that were, when I was reading the document myself, which were fairly plain that there were, some problems.
Okay.
So the information was kind of dated. So once that happens, then we can move forward and get together and try to work together. Oh, I think Bob Castronova would be part of that group also. So, so Catherine, if you could make sure that is so. So it'd be Bob, Kristen, myself, Greg Carabine, and Peter Gauthier for the base, and then whoever's actually attending and stuff can, depending on needs and stuff, we'll deal with that. But that's where we're going right now, I think. Is there any question or issue regarding that?
Sounds like a good,
All right, so let's, so I'll need a motion on that. If somebody could. So move. Stacy Gould? did you want to speak?
No, I was just gonna make the motion, but
Oh, okay.
I think somebody beat
Well,
me
you
to
got the
it.
second. Stacy can have the second because she so politely raised her hand digitally.
Sorry, who made the motion?
Who made the motion?
Joe DeLucia.
Joe DeLucia. Stacy Gould makes the second. So any discussion on the motion? I think we pretty much discussed it making the motion.
Well, the only thing I would add under discussion is that, I believe that the committee, that subcommittee needs to have the flexibility in membership. Like you've already mentioned, Bob, would have a key role. Dr. Stringfellow is going to have a role at the outset, and then would have, give input over the course of the effort. But certainly the chair should be able to add members to this subcommittee as needed.
Fair enough. Can we, you made the motion to, so Stacy, is that a problem? You object to adding that to the motion?
No, any professional that we need assistance with should be, whether it be Chris LaRose from Utilities or Pat McLaughlin from Public
There you
Works.
go. All right.
If
Good.
we need to go reach out to somebody who's, within the city's employment, the committee should be able to do that.
Okay. Sounds good. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye or raising your hand, something.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes unanimously and is so ordered. I'll wait to hear from Kristen. So with that said, I'm going to make this a brief meeting, I think, because I don't have anything else on the agenda. God bless America.
Merry Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas to everybody. That's it. There you go. So, and happy holidays for you that might celebrate something else or not celebrate at all. Does anyone else have anything they want to add or say or anything? Other than happy holidays and stuff? Hearing none?
Motion to adjourn?
Thank you, Stacy.
Second.
Second by Jerry.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any
Good night,
opposed?
Happy holidays.
None. All right, happy holidays,
to
everybody.
all.
We are stand adjourned at 6:54 p.m. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a
Good
great
night and
holiday.
happy holidays.
Yep, we'll see you.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Holidays, everyone.
Good night, Mark.
See ya.